For everything you do online, Akamai makes it possible. Protecting investments, fueling e-commerce, securing the workforce, safeguarding healthcare, defending financial systems, energizing the metaverse, making life better for billions of people, billions of times a day. Akamai, power and protect life online.
สวัสดีท่านผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะคะยินดีต้อนรับทุกท่านเข้าสู่งาน Optimize Your Cloud Cost with Akamai Connected Cloud ค่ะดิฉันมิมปพิเชษฐ์ นงนุชรับหน้าที่เป็นพิธีกรดำเนินรายการในวันนี้ค่ะสำหรับช่วงเที่ยงที่ผ่านมาคิดว่าทุกท่านน่าจะได้ทานอาหารกลางวันกันเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้วรสชาติอาหารเป็นยังไงบ้างคะถูกปากถูกใจกันไหมเอ่ยมีบางท่านนะคะพยักหน้าให้นะคะก็เป็นฟีดแบ็กเล็กๆก็น่ารักนะคะจากทุกท่านเลยค่ะและสำหรับงานในวันนี้นะคะจะเกิดขึ้นไม่ได้เลยค่ะหากขาดความร่วมมือร่วมใจจากวิทยากรหลายท่านทั้งจากในไทยและต่างประเทศที่ให้เกียรติขึ้นมาพูดคุยกันบนเวทีแห่งนี้ค่ะและในช่วงแรกนะคะเราก็จะได้พบกับตัวแทนจากทางอากาไมค่ะที่วันนี้จะได้มากล่าวเปิดงานค่ะ Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Akamai Regional Sales Southeast Asia Mr. Vijay Krishnamurthy
Thank you. Swadika, how are you guys? My name is Vijay Krishnamurthy. I manage the sales for Southeast Asia region for Akamai. Thank you so much for coming here. Greatly appreciate your time and taking time to be here. We are very excited to talk to you about Akamai Compute. Most of you in the room might know Akamai as CDN company, right? We are the backbone of the internet. We deliver somewhere between 20 to 30% of daily internet traffic. Exactly 12 years back, our customers came to us and said, hey, we would like, because you have a distributed platform, we would like to use your platform for security. Akamai built a world-class security platform from web application firewall to DDoS mitigation to malware, microsegmentation, and again, two of our largest customers, Apple and TikTok, came to us and said, "Hey, we would like to use your distributed platform to build applications run because the way the applications are built today are totally changing. We are no more a monolithic application. We are into microservices." And Akamai went into the market. We acquired a company called Linode. We are investing significantly in bringing a lot of capabilities. Southeast Asia is one of our focus markets, and Thailand is leading the pack in digital transformation. Right? So we are very excited to share our story. What are the trends that are happening in the cloud today? There is multi-cloud, there is super cloud. Where it is heading. More importantly, we would also like to hear your feedback and what your thoughts are on cloud. What is your strategy? We would like to learn from you as well. Enjoy the afternoon. There will be a lot of learning. Would love to speak to you at the end of the event. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your remarks ค่ะและในลำดับถัดไปนะคะเราก็จะได้มาพูดคุยกันในหัวข้อ Trends in Cloud and Building Cloud for the Future Ladies and gentlemen please join me to welcome Akamai's Senior Director Cloud Computing Asia Pacific and Japan Mr. Matthew Lee
Sawadee It's great to be here in Bangkok. It's been quite a while. I don't think I've been back since pre-COVID now. It's been great to be here, and I really enjoyed spending time in Bangkok and meeting. So I appreciate your time today. I understand a lot of you aren't that familiar with Akamai. So thank you for spending your afternoon to talk to us and to learn with us. But look, I'll talk a little bit about Akamai and what we're doing. and really how we're looking at driving the next evolution of cloud over the next 10 years into the future. Great. So like I said, I think many of you are new to Akamai. Akamai we actually just celebrated our 25-year anniversary. So we started in 1999 at the height of the .com boom. And really we started with the content delivery network. So sometimes Akamai is very much known for the content delivery network, which forms the foundation of Akamai's global and distributed cloud platform today. Today we deliver between 15 and 30% of the internet goes across our platform today. Really over the last 15 years or so, we've really made strides into the enterprise security space. So enterprise security is now a $2 billion business for us. And really we saw many organizations who were hosting their content on our content delivery network. They required the security capability to secure their online applications, their storefronts and websites. And that's certainly been a booming business for us really over the last 15 years. And like I said, that's actually our biggest business unit today, our cybersecurity to our top line. But really excitingly, what we're here to talk about today is the next iteration of what Akamai and that is Akamai's cloud computing platform. And together we're bringing together content delivery, plus security, plus content delivery, plus cloud to deliver the next generation Akamai's cloud. So why on earth is Akamai getting into cloud computing? It's already an established market. Some of the biggest organizations in the world, AWS, Google, Microsoft, and very much dominate that market today. Why is Akamai doing getting into this particular space? The truth is we've been looking at the cloud market now for a long time. When I started back 10 years ago, we were very much looking at what Akamai was going to be in the cloud market. We did decide at the time that we couldn't compete, our pockets weren't deep enough, we didn't have enough investment cash to really compete with the large players in the market. We decided to continue to invest heavily in the security space, and that's been a very good investment for us. But importantly, moving forward, we very much see the way the cloud market is changing. The first iteration of cloud was very much around choosing your provider, moving your applications from on-premise into the cloud, and going all in on single cloud. Certainly many organizations have driven a lot of benefits from that, particularly around agility, to a certain extent in some cost-saving benefits as well. We very much sort of see that first iteration of cloud, Gen 1, really sort of expiring and sort of reaching its end of its useful life. And very much we're seeing organizations now heading more towards a multi-cloud platform. And really that's where Akamai comes in. We very much see ourselves servicing a component of your application environment that is well suited to the cost performance benefits. So quickly, I'd like to touch on why we think that the cloud market is changing. And there's two key reasons. One is the business challenges that many organizations have experienced and moved to the cloud. And the other one is the technology trends, which have made the multi-cloud more and more a feasible option. So if we look at some of the challenges that organizations have seen from the cloud. First and foremost is very much cost. Right? So like I said, many organizations chose a single cloud and moved into that cloud. They often found themselves using a full suite of services from those cloud providers. And really that resulted in cloud spend, which largely was driven out of control. I think there's a number of reports, one released by Flexera just recently, has consistently said over the last number of years that cloud bills are growing at 30% year on year. 30% year on year of the cloud bill is getting bigger. And that's absolutely true of Akamai's experience. Before Akamai entered the cloud market, we spent a lot of money with AWS. I think back in 2022, we had a budget to spend $90 million on AWS cloud computing, on our cloud spend. By the end of 2022, it had actually grown into a bill of $120 million. Right? So our CFO was naturally quite frustrated. We purchased on over, started moving, we've now moved most of our own AWS spend across onto our own platform. But really in 2023, we budgeted our spend to be reaching $180 million. And as you can imagine, our CFO was pulling his hair out. How do you run a business like that? How does anybody run a business when your costs are going up 30% year on year? And certainly that's a common challenge that we're hearing from many organisations now. How do they help address that spend? And lock-in is certainly a key component of that. Being beholden to a single provider, often using tool sets which are native to a single provider, making the migration extremely difficult. And then coming up to renewal time and really finding yourself with very few options other than to take the proposal and deploy on the table. At the same time, we're seeing a whole lot of technology trends. Many of them up here on the cloud, on the slide today. I think many of those are related to the way applications now are becoming more and more modularized. Once upon a time, you had a monolithic application in your data center. You then looked at moving that into the cloud as you deploy new applications. And moving forward, we're to see that trend continue. More and more microservices, more and more modular applications, which can now be delivered on the infrastructure that makes the best performance benefits for your organizations. So really being able to pick the platform which drives the best cost, drives the best performance for your business, for your customers, is certainly where we see it going today. So, when Akamai entered the cloud market, we did so through an acquisition. So we bought a company called Linode, going back 18 months now. Linode is a very established computing provider. If there's any developers in the room, you may well be familiar with Linode. You may have experience using them. We do find that quite often. But they're an established provider. We paid about $1 billion to buy that as a service, and they're rapidly building out the capability of the Linode platform, onboarded onto Akamai's intelligent platform. But really what we're doing now is we're bringing the best of what we purchased with Linode, which is cost-effective, easy to use, open technologies to support the cloud environment, with what Akamai has traditionally been very successful with, and that's scale, reliability, and security. So we're bringing together those two components of the core of both organizations to really build out the foundation of our cloud platform going forward. So, and what we have is we have a cloud platform which is easy to use. Right? You shouldn't need to use your highly skilled architects to deploy an application on cloud. For Akamai Cloud, you can use your interns, your new starters. Affordable and transparent pricing. Certainly being competitive on pricing is core to our business. Typically, we will find we're able to provide pricing which is 40% or so less than list price on the partner service. Open technologies are really important to us. The ability for you to move your workloads to the platform that you think is the best fit is important for us. So ensuring that you can use the right tools to enable you to use that is very important. And enterprise scale reliability, security and compliance. And finally, closer to where users can. So Akamai is known for our distributed web application firewall. And now we're certainly going to be known for our distributed cloud to host and build your application as well. Great. So how are we doing this? What does Akamai's platform look like today? So when we acquired Linode, we purchased 11 data centers around the world. They form the core of our cloud computing offering. What we've really done over the last 12 months, we've built another 11 data centers. Sorry, another 14 data centers, I should say. So we're now a total of 25 core data centers around the globe. We've got, I think there's, 7 of those now in APJ. So we've got the core data center platform today, which we're continuing to build, we're continuing to modernize and expand. On Akamai's intelligent platform, we have thousands of edge pods. So Akamai, very much a distributed computing platform. This is where we run our content delivery, our application acceleration, our security services, which include web application firewall, DDoS protection, bot management, API protection, etc. And what you can do on this platform today is you can actually use serverless compute as well. So we do have serverless functions. Our product is called Edge Workers, available on our edge computing platform today. So overall, we've got thousands of terabits per second of capacity on this platform. We've got 4,100 edge locations. That's across 1,200 networks in 750 cities and 130 countries. And we've integrated that with Akamai's network. Right? So all those data centers have now been put onto Akamai's network. They're put onto our backbone, and they're delivered off the same network platform that delivers 30% of the internet traffic today. So what do our cloud services look like? So this is, you can go to the node.com or Akamai Cloud today. And these are the services that we have available. So we have the core infrastructure as a services, infrastructure as a service cloud capability, shared dedicated GPU, high memory, premium CPU, and GPU as well. So they're available for you to configure today. We have our core storage capability, object storage and block storage. And then we have a limited amount of platform as service-based offerings. Mostly Kubernetes, edge workers, edge storage service, and really what Akamai is going to be focusing on is providing solid services that will deliver 80% of your cloud needs. So you're not going to see us develop hundreds of products to meet all your needs. Really what we're going to focus on is providing the core primitives, doing that in a very cost-effective and efficient manner, and then enabling you to use many open source tools to do the orchestration layers and so on. So we're really just at the start of Akamai's journey here. This is critical for Akamai's business. We see very much the services we deliver today increasingly moving into the cloud. And we're continuing to invest in both the application layer, which I've talked about, and we'll talk about a little bit more, in the evolution of the product capabilities, so the features and functions that are available on the platform today, and also in terms of the business support, the usability capability. They're areas that we're continuing to invest in heavily. And without wanting to go into that in too much detail in this forum, I will just touch on a couple of the key highlights. And one key highlight that we're very much focused on is get the program-wide edge compute capability. So we talked about the core compute platform that Akamai offers today. There's 25 core data centers. We've got those thousands of edge locations where we provide security services, services at the edge today. And we're also building out a mid-tier of compute locations around the globe, which we're calling part of our active program. So really, what we've got today, 25 core locations this year. We're deploying, or we have deployed, I should say, 10 Gecko regions around the globe. There's one in Hong Kong, there's one in KL. They're essentially our beta sites, which are available now to jump on and start to use. And then really, over the next 6 months, we're going to build out another 65, so 75 edge compute locations in total. And that does include a site here in Bangkok. So essentially, you'll have a range of compute locations, from core locations for large workloads, edge locations with better price performance and network capability within certain locations, and then edge functionality, which is a sort of edge service at the edge capability on our edge. Great. And a lot of words on this slide. I'm not going to go into this in a lot of detail, but this is really around those core features and functions that we're building out on the platform. So we have an extensive roadmap which we're delivering now, which covers our compute offering, our storage offering, network capability as well. So we have an extensive roadmap of activities that we see and continue to see more and more exciting announcements around the capability we've built onto this platform. And in addition to that, we've also recruited a number of technology partners. So there's a number of partners today who provide software solutions, ISPs who provide software solutions in the market who are already pre-certified onto our platform. And they are across a number of sort of core industries today, but we're going to continue to expand this. I guess one of the key areas which has certainly been very successful here in the local market is the observability component. So we do have an offering called Traffic Peak, which is built in conjunction with a company called Hydraulics to provide observability platform and do that in a very cost-effective manner. I think it's been very successful here in Southeast Asia because there are a number of providers in that observability market. People seem to be spending a lot of money on those providers like Clou, and being able to use a platform like Traffic Peak does enable them to do that. So that's certainly been very successful here in Southeast Asia. Great. So, look, in terms of where you should think about Akamai Cloud as part of your cloud strategy, we're very much focused on delivering cost benefits to your organisation. Like I mentioned before, typically we find ourselves being 40% cheaper than the hyperscale. Organisations typically see their costs going up 30% year on year from a cloud perspective. And many organisations also acknowledge that probably about 25% of that spend is wasted on spend. It's spend that they're not using efficiently. So certainly organisations realise now that they have a lot of opportunity to drive cost savings out of the cloud. And certainly that's an area we're focused on both in list price in terms of the compute storage capabilities, but also in egress. Akamai has a very strong platform, which we touched on before. And providing cost-effective egress is certainly a core part of our proposition to customers like yourselves. As an example, egress overage price is $0.005 US list price. Typically, the hyperscalers, they tend to be anywhere between 8 and 12 cents per unit, right? So we are sort of 25x cheaper from an egress service. So certainly where you find yourself being billed a lot of egress from your existing cloud providers, or perhaps in applications where you require a lot of egress, please come and talk to us. Minimise technology lock-in. Akamai is very focused on open technologies. And certainly we see many organisations who have gone all in on the single cloud, their inability to move easily, to port their applications to alternative cloud providers is very much hamstrung their cloud strategy going forward. So as you look at how you build out your cloud strategy, how do you architect for a multi-cloud world? How do you use open source technologies, drive the commercial benefits from that immediately, but also into the future, and how you can migrate applications? And then finally, latency-sensitive workloads. Again, Akamai is going to be very close to the user. We're continuing to build out our distributed cloud capability. And there may be certain applications within your portfolio which can benefit from being located closer to the user, be that here in Bangkok or elsewhere around Asia or the globe. Being able to provide an immediate response for IoT-based services, gaming services, and media services are certainly an area where we think we can provide some meaningful benefits to your organization. So with that, I appreciate your time. As I mentioned, we're at the start of a very exciting journey for Akamai. We're really building out our platform to bring together that whole delivery plus security plus cloud capability. And we do look forward to talking to you about that.
Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and insight with us.